In a world where K-pop idols are celebrated for their visuals, their stage presence, and their unmatched fan bases, one young woman just took it to another level. Jang Wonyoung, the name that once trended for every outfit, every glance, every move, is now being recognized not just as a star of the stage, but as a leader shaping the future of Asia-Pacific youth. Yes, you heard that right. The Asia-Pacific Leaders Under 30 of 2025, a title reserved for young pioneers, innovators, and visionaries, has just named Jang Wonyoung as one of its honorees. And this isn't just about fame. It's about power, influence, and the rise of a generation that refuses to be underestimated. But how did Wonyoung, the so-called it girl of K-pop, go from music stages to being listed among CEOs, tech founders, and Olympic champions? Let's dive into the full story, because this isn't just another idol success moment. This is a turning point in how the world sees youth leadership. It all started when the Asia-Pacific Economic Alliance, or APEA, released its Asia-Pacific Leaders Under 30 in 2025 list. The announcement hit social media like a lightning strike. The names included CEOs, tech founders, Olympic athletes, and, to everyone's surprise, a K-pop idol, Jang Wonyoung. The official caption read, "These honorees represent the rising power of a new generation, young successors, innovators, and creators driving transformation across industries." Fans went wild. Twitter trended with Wonyoung U30, Leader Wonyoung, and "She's not just a visual, she's the future." One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. While others debate who's the prettiest idol, Wonyoung is literally out here being recognized as one of Asia's top young leaders. And honestly, who could argue with that? Because this title, the Asia U30, isn't a beauty award. It's a recognition given to young visionaries who represent courage, innovation, and global impact. For Wonyoung, it was a statement that she's no longer just an idol, she's a symbol of how K-pop culture is redefining leadership in this generation. So what exactly is the Asia U30 list? Every year, the APEA highlights 30 extraordinary individuals under the age of 30 who've made remarkable contributions to society, from tech entrepreneurs to Olympic medalists, from social innovators to cultural icons. It's not just about achievements, it's about influence, about shaping the way Asia's youth think, act, and dream. According to the official mission statement, the Asia-Pacific U30 seeks to empower more young people to step onto the center stage of the Asia-Pacific and amplify the voice of youth in this era. In other words, they're not just celebrating success stories, they're looking for voices that represent change. And when you think about it, Jang Wonyoung fits that description perfectly. From debuting at 14 years old to becoming one of the most recognized idols in Asia, she's built a brand that's equal parts elegance, intelligence, and ambition. She's not just performing on stage, she's setting standards in fashion, media, and cultural diplomacy. This recognition isn't just about her beauty or fame, it's about her impact. Let's rewind a little bit. Jang Wonyoung made her first appearance on the world stage as a contestant and eventual winner of Produce 48, leading her to debut as the center of iZone. From the very beginning, she wasn't just seen as another pretty face. She was the face, the one that represented a new generation of K-pop, useful, ambitious, and global. When iZone disbanded, many doubted her next step. Would she fade into the long list of former project idols? But instead, she came back stronger, debuting again with IVE under Starship Entertainment, and not just as a member, but as one of the defining visuals and ambassadors of fourth-generation K-pop. Every performance, every endorsement, every red carpet appearance, it wasn't just idol work, it was branding. She became the go-to muse for luxury labels like Miu Miu and Chame. She hosted major award shows, delivered speeches in English and Korean, and became the face of campaigns that blurred the line between pop culture and global influence. So when APEA named her one of the Asia-Pacific Leaders Under 30, it felt like the world had finally caught up with what fans already knew. Wonyoung isn't just an idol, she's a phenomenon. Let's be real, not every idol could pull this off. Being listed alongside tech founders, Olympians, and social innovators takes more than just fame. It requires substance. And that's exactly what Wonyoung has been quietly building behind the scenes. First, her work ethic. Those close to her describe her as someone who's relentlessly disciplined. She's been balancing music schedules, brand deals, and studies since her teenage years, and she's done it all with the same calm poise fans adore her for. Second, her role as a youth icon. Wonyoung represents the new face of Korean soft power. Her influence has transcended K-pop into fashion, education, and even global youth culture. Through her image, young fans across Asia, especially young women, see confidence, ambition, and class as things to be proud of. She's not afraid to be feminine and powerful at the same time. Third, her social impact. While she doesn't publicly flaunt philanthropy, she's been part of campaigns advocating for self-esteem, education, and mental health awareness among youth. Her words often emphasize gratitude, self-respect, and kindness, subtle but impactful messages that resonate deeply in an age of online toxicity. So yes, this recognition wasn't random, it was earned. And perhaps the most powerful part? It proves that pop culture isn't shallow. It's shaping the world. In APIA's official statement, they describe honorees like Wonyoung as the rising power of a new generation. That phrase carries weight. It means youth are no longer waiting for permission to lead. They're creating industries, redefining culture, and rewriting what success looks like in the 21st century. For the Asia-Pacific region, home to over half the world's young population, that's a huge deal. Wonyoung stands at the intersection of art, culture, and leadership. She's the bridge between Korea's global influence and Asia's next wave of innovators. Through her music, fashion, and voice, she embodies the confidence and responsibility of a new generation. Of course, the internet reacted in the most Wonyoung way possible, with chaos, love, and endless memes. Fans flooded social media with celebratory edits, quotes from the APIA press release, and side-by-side photos of Wonyoung next to business leaders with captions like, CEO of Visuals and Global Influence. Some even joked, next year, she'll probably be on Forbes' Asia list too. But behind the humor was genuine pride. For fans who followed her since her Produce 48 days, this felt like a personal victory, like watching their own friend rise from a dreamer to an icon recognized by world institutions. And that's the thing about Wonyoung. She makes people feel something. Her journey from a teenager with a dream to one of the youngest cultural leaders in Asia is a reminder that youth itself can be power. So what's next for Jang Wonyoung? With this recognition, she's no longer confined to the label of idol. She's entering the realm of influencers who move economies and shape narratives. Industry insiders believe this could mark the beginning of her transition into broader roles as a brand ambassador, cultural representative, or even spokesperson for global youth initiatives. And if that's true, it means we might be seeing Wonyoung not just at award shows, but at global forums and summits. Imagine that. Jang Wonyoung, the girl who once stood at the center of a K-pop stage, now standing on a global platform, speaking about leadership and empowerment. That's not just career evolution, that's history. Wonyoung's recognition underlines something deeper about today's pop culture. It's no longer just entertainment, it's a social force. K-pop idols today are global ambassadors for language, art, culture, and even diplomacy. Wonyoung's inclusion in the U30 list blurs the line between art and leadership, showing that influence can come from creativity as much as from innovation. And it's not just her. Other idols, from BTS's RM being invited to speak at the UN to Blackpink addressing sustainability at international forums, are proving that pop culture is policy, in a way. Wonyoung represents this new breed of leaders, those who connect with millions, not through politics or money, but through emotion, story, and authenticity. So that's why this moment matters, because it's not just about her winning, it's about all of us, this generation, being seen. So what does this mean for us, the fans, the dreamers, the young generation watching her rise? It means that passion can lead to purpose, that artistry can lead to influence, and that even in a world that often dismisses youth as too young or too naive, there's power in daring to be seen. Wonyoung has shown that leadership doesn't always wear a suit. Sometimes it wears stage makeup, holds a microphone, and smiles in front of thousands. Her recognition under the Asia-Pacific Leaders Under 30 isn't just a win for her. It's a win for every young person who believes their voice can matter. So here's the question. What do you think Wonyoung's next move will be? Will she take this recognition into philanthropy, fashion, or maybe even global advocacy? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And if you're proud of how far she's come, hit that like button, subscribe for more updates on your favorite idols, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big story.